Hello! Guess what we're going to do today? I'm going to teach you how to make a double crust butter pie crust. It's really good, and we're going to make a mixed berry pie to put in it. Okay, so we'll go through it step by step. But first of all, we're going to put 2.5 cups of flour into our food processor. Okay, so we got one. Here is the second one. And a half. And I always just eyeball this. So it's not an exact size. Okay, so that's 2.5 cups of flour. And we need 2 sticks of butter or 1 cup. Okay, so each stick is a half cup. And this is cold butter. It's just got little, I'll cut it in half and then cut it again. Okay, so just nice small pieces. So this butter crust is really tasty. All right, so we got the flour in here. We're gonna get 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, got 1 teaspoon of sugar. Because it helps the medicine go down on. Put the lid on and pulse it around. So I do that just to stir the salt, sugar, and flour up where it's really nice and light. Okay, now we start dropping the butter in. So just a few pieces at a time. Okay, so take it in, a couple more pieces. Pulse, pulse, pulse. A couple more. Pulse, pulse, pulse. All right, and a couple more. This mine's some more. Okay, and a couple more. All right, and the last of our cold butter. Okay, so this is kind of the, not really tricky part, but the more pies you make, the more you can kind of just see, like when it starts to look like this, like little like crumbly pieces in here, then you know it's pretty well combined. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna add is the cold water. So I have ice water, I just put some ice cubes. You want everything to be cold, that's what will make a flaky crust. I'm gonna add, so like 1 tablespoon, and I'm gonna add a second one. Oh, all right, here comes 3, and this time I'm gonna do 4 in this. Okay, and 5 and 6. You don't want to put ice cube in there. That doesn't like ice cubes. That's 7. So the amount of water you put in really depends on how it's looking. Okay, so if you look inside and you just pick up some, and if it starts like squeezing together and holding shape, then you know it's ready to roll out. That feels about right. So you don't want it too wet, it'll be really tough, and if it's too dry, it's not going to stick together. And you'll know as soon as you dump it out to start working with it if it's too dry or too wet. Okay, now we're ready to put this out on our flour clot. So I use this, I got it from my mother-in-law. I have 2 of them, and I really cherish it. This is really special to me because I know many, many pies have been made using this flour clot. And my rolling pin is 40 years old. One of my first things I bought when I got married. Put a light layer of flour on the clot. Okay, so now we've got all of our pie dough. Okay, so I'm just gonna dump this out here. Okay, so it looks like a mess right now, right? So we're just gonna squeeze it together, see if we can hold the shape. It's feeling pretty good. Okay, so that's getting a really nice shape. Looks like it's the right size. So then I got this pie pan from my mother-in-law. She's a great baker. And you can tell it's super old. Like it's been around for a long time. But I was just gonna measure. So I put it over the crust and I see, yep, it's gonna fit. So when I pick this up, I always just get my rolling pin, put the edge of the dough on it, and then roll it to pick it up. And then it's nice and easy just to drop into the pan. And then I just try not to pull on it because you don't want it to stretch. You don't want to stretch it because that makes it tough too. And you don't want it tough, you just want it nice and flaky. So you have a nice little touch here. Okay, so bottom crust is ready. So when we do a double crust pie, and like fruit pies in particular, you want the steam to come out. You want to see the bubbling fruit. That's how I know when it's done, is if the bubble fruit comes through the slits. So you can either do a slit or you can use a pie bird. People used to use these all the time, and we've kind of gotten away from it, but I like it. I think it's nice, it's old fashioned. It's just, I like to think that I'm doing it the same way maybe my great grandmother did. Okay, so when we do a fruit pie with a pie bird, the whole purpose of this bird is to let that steam out. So then you don't need to make the slits. So we can put this into the refrigerator, keep it nice and cold. So again, it will ensure that we have a flaky crust. So then we're working on the top crust. And I like to have this getting ready, so it's ready to go when I need it. It's the same thing. Oop, almost put sugar on the rolling pin. That wouldn't work. All right, so rolling this out. So we get that nice shape that we want. And depending on what kind of pie, sometimes when I make apple pies, I like them to be really like overfull. I want it to be heaping up. So in that case, you want to make sure your pie crust is a little bit bigger so don't cover the mound. And now we have our little bird that we're going to poke through. Okay, so this one looks like it's about right. And sometimes if it's not quite right, you can always catch it up too. Okay, so again, just catch it on the edge of the rolling pin. Roll it loosely, really loose, because you don't want to smash it down. All right, so I'm going to set this over to the side as well. All right, so now we're gonna make our filling. As I said, we're gonna have a mixed berry pie. So I found some great strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. So we have a nice mixture. Okay, so we have a cup of sugar. We're gonna put it in a large saucepan. and about a quarter of cornstarch. We're going to have a dash of salt and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, we're going to whisk this together with some water and cook it and put the blueberries in here just until it starts to thicken up. Okay, so here we got our sugar and our salt. We whisk it together with the cornstarch. Put the cinnamon in. Okay, hang on. Add that third cup of water. I'll just whisk this up to mix it up really good. I love the smell of cinnamon. So I put a little bit extra, actually. Okay, so now I'm going to just toss the blueberries in here. That's about 2 cups of blueberries. So looks like there's swimming in mud right now, but it's going to be good, I promise. Okay, so we're going to bring this to a boil and cook it for 2 minutes. I'm going to add just a little bit of fresh lemon juice. So just squirting a little bit in there. Okay. So we'll let. Okay, now you can see it's boiling, so we're going to boil it for 2 minutes. Gives it nice and thick. You can see what pretty color this is. Looks so pretty. That smells so good. You can smell those blueberries. Okay, so that is cooked for 2 minutes, and we're going to let that cool slightly. So while we're waiting for this to cool, we're going to put it in the oven. So I've got it on at 400. You'll need 600 drip pan. So we're going to put that in the oven. Underneath the pie is going to sit. So when it bubbles out, if it bubbles out, you don't have drips all over the oven. The pan catches it in the hole in the middle, lets the heat come through so it cooks evenly. Okay, so it's cooled off enough, I think. So the rest of my fruit, so I've got lots of strawberries here. I might have too much fruit, and that'd be a nice problem to have. So then I get like a cobbler or something with all the leftover. But you can see how pretty it is. I'm just going to stir this up, mix that cornstarch blueberry mixture. And you can see those blackberries smelling good, that cinnamon, really nice blueberry smell here. Okay, so one of the things with using a pie bird, they a little space, you know, so the filling's gonna have to go around him, but that's okay. I think it's gonna be just great. Okay, so bird's in the middle. All we need to do is put our top crust on. So at this point, this is really cold too now, so I'm glad I have this in the fridge. So I just want to kind of make sure it's even all the way around. And usually I just tear off a little excess so it'll shape nicely. Ooh, got a little figured away there. Okay, so then the top crust, I'm just going to lay this right over the bird because I want to see where it lands. Okay. So, and that is just what I wanted to happen, is we're going to let the bird poke his little beak right out of the top. And then again, like I did with the bottom crust, I'm just going to tear some of the excess away because I want it just barely where I can tuck it over the bottom line. Okay, so that looks about right. So I'm just going to tuck the top crust over the bottom line. I got it all tucked in, all around the edges, and so now you can make your little edge however you want to do it. The simplest way, I think, is I use my knuckles and my thumb. And usually, because I have fingernails that poke through the dough, and don't really want that. Okay, so I like to make it kind of big and roughly. If you want it bigger, just use like 2 fingers and make it wider. Some people like it to lay down. In that case, you just like push the little ruffled edge downward. Okay, so however you like to do it. If you want to decorate with more dough, you would just make an extra pie crust. So you can cut it, like sometimes for special occasions, I like to cut maybe with a cookie cutter, different shapes, hard shapes. You can use your cookie cutter letters and spell something out on top if you want. I like to make leaves, like during the fall. Okay, that's looking pretty good, right? Little birdie, it's happy. So now we have our egg wash, the egg and cream mixed together, and I'm just gonna brush this on top of the pie. Nice covering, so that'll make it really nice, shiny brown. All right, and then I get some coarse sugar. I like to use this sparkly sugar that I put on sugar cookies because it really has a nice shine to it. So I just sprinkle that on the top. I'll make it a little more generous with it than I normally am because we don't have any other decorations for the top of this pie. Right. Okay, this is ready to go in the oven. We want to put our pie crust shield right on the edge. So this is a little bit small, but I put it on there anyway because it just deflects the heat away from that edge because that's the part that's going to brown the fastest and we don't want it to get over brown. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. And then we're going to turn it down to 350 and cook it for another 45 minutes or until it's nice and golden brown and hopefully less steam will be coming up out of that bird's mouth. All right, looks like our pie is finished. And look at the bird poking out. He did his job.